Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, just when you thought things couldn't get any worse for popular Philly rapper Leaf Ward, you were sadly mistaken. It's been reported that Leaf Ward's case has been picked up by the feds, which means that not only is he facing more jail time, but things are a little more serious whenever the feds get involved. Reports say that on top of the charges that Leaf Ward has already been hit with when he was arrested back in August of 2023, Leaf Ward is now a part of a federal indictment. Now, we've already did a video on his previous arrest, but if you aren't up to date with what's going on, then I'll briefly fill you in. On August 16th, 2023, Leaf would travel with a woman to a restaurant called Bahama Breeze just outside of the King of Prussia Mall. Reports say that he was driving a stolen all-black Dodge Challenger that was reported to the authorities. It was stolen just a month before in July and was tracked by surveillance cameras as he drove by the mall. When the police was alerted of the vehicle in the parking lot, Leaf Ward would come outside to see what all the commotion was about. Once he realized that the car was being towed by law enforcement, he would run back into the restaurant in efforts to get away, but he was shortly caught by police. When Leaf was arrested, police asked him his name, in which he gave them a false name, which is another felony that was added to his already slew of charges. Now, on top of that, he was caught with an illegal Glock with an extended magazine, operating a stolen vehicle, and when they searched the vehicle, they found a large quantity of pills. Other charges included possessing a firearm as a convicted felon, several drug-related misdemeanors, evading arrest, and endangering another person. Now, I know they hit him with possessing a firearm, but from a video posted on TikTok by the employees that was present at the time of Leaf's arrest, when he ran through the kitchen at some point, he threw the firearm in the garbage, trying to hide it so he don't get caught by law enforcement. And they did a whole video showing it on TikTok that he put the firearm in the garbage, which is crazy.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
So I don't know if they could still hit him with a possession charge because he technically didn't have it on him, and maybe he could dispute that it wasn't his or fight it, who knows. However, upon further investigation, the Upper Merion police revealed that Leaf had outstanding warrants for various crimes, including one from the Joint Gun Violence Task Force of the State Attorney General's Office and the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office for felony weapons offenses. Now, what you guys have to remember as well, Leaf is already a convicted felon, and I was told he was already on probation for a previous case at the time of his arrest, something that happened in 2021. So when people ask, well, why did the feds pick him up? Now, I'm not sure 100%. The only thing we can do is speculate, but I have one or two reasons at hand. One, we know Leaf usually raps about having switches, and I'm unsure if at the time of his arrest, he had a switch or not on the firearm that he possessed, so they say. However, it's illegal and is considered a federal offense. So when guys get picked up and they're caught with switches, we usually see the feds step in. Now, the second thing is the Habitual Criminal Act. As of lately, that's been a big thing, and one of the main reasons feds have been allowed to step in on a lot of these recent cases has been appearing with certain individuals. With the Habitual Criminal Act, it states that a person who has been previously convicted of one or more crimes in the past and is currently facing new charges is considered a habitual criminal, aka a repeated offender. Now, although many habitual offenders tend to commit the same type of crime over and over again, a person does not necessarily have to commit the same crime in order to be considered a repeat or habitual offender. These offenses include firearms, drug crimes, robbery, assault, etc. Now, the feds step in because it's harsher sentencing than the state. So if the individual received a lighter sentence for any of those offenses, including drugs or guns in the past, but have new charges including those same offenses, the feds would normally step in for harsher penalties due to the individual keep committing the same crimes and getting off kind of light. And I think that's what we're seeing here. It could be a bunch of other reasons that only the feds or Leaf may know right now, and even he may not know. Who knows? Because the feds just come and pick you up and you don't know until somewhere down the line. However, right now, I think the habitual criminal seems like the most logical reason at this point, because he had already had a felony weapon possession charge that he was wanted for, and then was caught with another weapon that had an extended magazine back in August. Now, when it comes to the feds picking up Leaf's case, sources say the feds charged and picked him up earlier this month, and for the 100th time, I always tell y'all that the feds come and they mean business. They're not here to negotiate anything with you, and they're not trying to hear you argue your case. That's for the state. When the feds come at you, more than likely they already have the info that they need, and they're looking just to hand out time. They still have almost 100% conviction rate, somewhere between 97 and 98 at this point, and not too many people end up beating them. Now, one of the main reasons I decided to cover this story is because I actually like Leaf's music. And if you ever heard his music, you know Leaf could actually rap. Not like the mumble stuff or just too much of the drill stuff that you hear every day. Yes, he talk about spinning and drilling, but it actually have some type of structure to it. Now, with something like this hanging over his head, it's no telling what they might do or what this might mean for his career. But no matter what it is, it seems like he may have to sit down for a little minute now, and this can be very detrimental to his career. It can either make or break you, but then again, it's no telling how long he may receive in this situation. This is a prime example of when you have to learn whenever you're given an opportunity, take it. Leaf's name is buzzing in Philly, and something like this is a setback that he didn't need and could have been avoided if he would have just focused on his career and stayed out of the streets. But everybody learns differently. Some get it with a brick and others get it with a feather. Now also, I blame the people that's around. Everybody wants to be around when it's turn up time. Everybody wants to be around when it's time for the money to flow in, or you're around the girls, cars, whatever it is, whenever y'all turning up. But no one's there to steer them in the right direction and let them know, listen, you got something going. Potentially, you wouldn't need to be in the streets if you just keep focusing on this career and take it to another level. Before his arrest, we started seeing him around some people that could actually take him somewhere. We seen him around G Herbo, and it's kind of funny because before he was arrested, it was always the talks about who had Philly, right? Who was better, whether it was OT7 Kwani or if you was going to say Leaf Ward. It was just out of those two. But now he eliminated himself, right? So now if you paid attention, it seemed like OT7 Kwani is actually going up. He's around Future. It's been talks that he's signing to FBG. It's just that he in certain rooms now that he wasn't in before. And it's easier for him to do so because now there's no who's the hottest affiliate. It's just everyone saying OT7 Kwani right now because Leaf Ward has eliminated himself, right? So that's usually how that works, man. And also, before we get out of here, for the people that kept saying, oh, they must not have any money because they couldn't make bail. Let me tell you, for the average person that doesn't understand how the law works, yeah, they give you a bail, but sometimes it makes no sense to even try to make bail when you have warrants or you're on probation. Because even if you do bail out, you'll still have to sit until everything in regards to the warrants are cleared up, or probation might still decide to keep you. It's pretty much up to their discretion. So you might bail out on one case, but you still have to answer to these other cases. So it'll just be a waste of money. But anyway, I know a lot of y'all was waiting on an update on Leaf Ward. So far, that's all we know. He has been charged and cases picked up by the feds. So let's just see how that goes, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. I'm out.